I really like this one. So, but I love.
I'm conflicted because I
Really?
kind of like this simple profile, but I also like picking things apart. And I think this would be a much more, much more of a whiskey where you want to sit down and think about. Welcome to Whiskey and SV. I'm your host Sam, and tonight we're going to be drinking some Found North whiskey. And I'm joined by my esteemed guest, Joe.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming over, Joe.
Sure.
And thanks for coming over with your bottle of Found North Batch 10.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So the Found North Batch 10 is a wheated whiskey, right?
Yes.
The age statement is 8, but that's because the youngest component, which is a wheated whiskey, is an 8-year-old. But it also has a bunch of really older whiskey in it, right?
Exactly.
Do you know anything else about it that you want to share?
No, I thought it was great when I mentioned it, and you said,
Mhm.
"Oh, well, then we need to get the Found North 5 to compare it against."
Yes.
So I'll
Yeah.
let you share about that.
Yes, so we have also here, unfortunately, I don't have a bottle of the Found North Batch 5, but I have a sample from our generous friend, John Thatcher. Thank you very much, John. Really appreciate it. So we thought it'd be a great opportunity to put these two wheaters up against each other. And I think what I've heard from the Taylor brothers is that they like, when it comes to wheaters, they think a younger age statement makes a lot more sense. So whenever they're doing their blinds, they prefer to have a younger wheat component added to the older corn and rye components.
Cool.
Cool. So let's do it. Let's do the pours, and we'll.
Yeah, and actually, when I first saw this, I thought it was Found North Batch 8 because
Because
the
the
8
8
is
is so
so
big,
prominent,
right?
and but the 10's up in the corner over
That's
there.
right. That's right. So actually, what is the composition on this? It's like 66% corn. So it's still majority corn.
Yes.
So almost like bourbon rules, right?
Yes.
So 66% corn, 29% wheat, 5% barley, and it's 23-year-old corn, 19-year-old corn, and 9-year barley and 8-year wheat. Doesn't say what the components percentages are, but as high as 23-year-old corn. So okay, we were gonna put it on the turntable, but we decided that the fill levels are a bit different, so we're just gonna do the same thing as.
There's a 50-50 chance they're in the same order as when we started,
Yes,
but
that's true.
we won't know for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Cheers.
Cheers.
I like the smell of a wheater. It's like very fresh. The only knock I would say to young wheaters is they do smell like a bit grainy.
Yes.
Right? You can definitely smell the grain a little bit.
Yes.
But it's very like aromatic and nice.
Not quite as perfumey as the high altitude series we've tried.
For sure, yeah, for sure. Yeah, those high altitude series are definitely like in a league of their own.
Yes. So great nose.
Yeah.
Pretty mellow overall. Like
Yes.
nothing standing out as too crazy.
This one is actually a little bit more complex to me.
Oh yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if it's like the finishes on it or something, because
are both of these finished or?
That's a good question. I actually don't know much about 5. I should have probably done the research.
I don't think it was. I don't know.
This one, additives, none, obviously, but yeah, it doesn't say if it's finished in anything. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think this has any finishings.
This one's a little more ethanol forward, and this one seems a little smoother to me. But I couldn't tell you which is which.
Yeah, this whatever this was, it feels a little bit finished to me. It feels like it's been like finished in like some sort of a wine cask or something like that.
Great.
All right. Cheers.
Number 1.
That's quite nice.
Very smooth. Not too grain forward. Like
Yeah.
The wheat influence is there, but it's more of the sweet than the grainy, I would say.
Yeah, it's very like candy, syrupy and candied notes.
Yeah, very well integrated, I would say. Like it's not like the front palate carries through to the mid and to the back, and it's good.
I mean, these are not cheap whiskeys, right? I think what was the price on this? It was like around 160, 170. By the
Yeah,
time you get it shipped,
yeah, probably 170. I think.
probably 170.
Yeah,
So definitely not
shipping
cheap.
shipping always
Um,
kills on these. Yeah.
yeah, but the quality is certainly there. I mean, I would say it's not something you can have every day, but as a relatively special pour every once in a while, it's definitely very nice. What would you compare this to? Do you think this is like comparable to a let's say a Weller,
I find the Wellers to be a little bit sweeter for some reason.
sweeter?
Like
Mm.
this to me, uh, like there's a Canadian whiskey
Profile, whatever.
flavor, yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
profile that.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like a sweet Canadian whiskey
Yeah.
more than a Weller clone, if you will.
Yes.
So
It has
I,
its own definitely distinct
yeah,
characteristics.
so and I find that Canadian whiskey is like it's kind of a pure, dry, like sometimes a little ethanol forwardy
Hmm.
for me, but like straight Canadian whiskey, like the old school ones,
Hmm.
like I never really enjoyed. But especially with blended and putting some wheat components in there, I
Hmm.
really like it. Yeah, this is quite good. I'm not sure. This doesn't remind me of the 10 that I tasted, so my sensors are telling me this is not
Batch
something I've
five.
had before, but I
Okay.
don't know for sure. I
Okay.
Yeah, just a guess. No idea.
Cool.
All
Let's
right.
try the second one.
All right. Let's
All
do it.
right. Yeah, this definitely tastes finished to me.
Yeah. A little more complex than this guy,
Hmm.
which makes me wonder, like, they did this one and then did they like amp up the profile on the second one?
Mm.
So like another clue that maybe this is 10 versus 5, but could
Well,
be
maybe I'm gonna go a bit of a controversial route. I kind of like the simplicity in this a little bit more, to be
really.
honest. Yeah,
This is this is definitely my jam. Like
interesting.
yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit the influence of the cask, the finishing, if anything. For some reason, I feel like the wheat comes out less in this for me.
I think that's true.
Hmm.
I think that's true.
It's still really great though.
But it has an extra kick or spice that is
Yeah,
like reminiscent of a
it does.
E.H. Taylor barrel proof,
Oh,
like
interesting.
just like not necessarily high proof, but just like a little something extra on the finish. Like
Yes.
in the back palate. I don't
Yes.
know if you feel it
Yeah,
going down.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it does mask kind of the pure sweetness of this one.
I think
So
this one is a very simple whiskey, as you said. It doesn't have the same complexity. This one has much more going on. My
yeah,
mouth is still sort of tingling from like the spices.
I really like this one.
Mm.
So but I love
I'm conflicted because I kind
really.
of like this simple profile, but I also like picking things apart. And I think this would be a much more, much more of a whiskey where you want to sit down and think about.
Well, and the finish is still going right
Mm.
now. I don't know if you're feeling that
Hmm.
as well, but
Yeah.
I wasn't getting that as much on this
No,
one,
not at all. Yeah.
but
Very
maybe
simple. Yeah.
yeah.
Comparatively.
So it's an easy choice for me on this one, and
Okay.
I'm hoping this is 10 because I have several of them. So
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
we'll find out.
All right.
Otherwise, I might be having to go seek some
6 on 5s.
fives.
Yeah,
Yes.
those are gonna be hard to find, man. Okay, so should we just do the reveal and
Yeah.
see?
Let's
All
do it.
right. So what is this? 3. So yeah, this is the older one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That mine is 1,
Yeah.
so that makes
So that
sense.
means yeah, the
And this
new
is
one is the
2.
one you prefer. Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Well,
Awesome
good
score.
for you.
I mean, the 5 is very good.
I
But
like it a lot. I the fact that I don't have it in my collection, I definitely would want to find one. Um,
what would you compare it to? Uh, like a simple weeder of some sort. I'm not even
I mean, it's
sure.
not that simple to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say this is for me. I mean, this might be again like something that's not going to be universally accepted. Um, if you think about the cellar aged,
Yes.
which has a really great nose, I prefer this to the cellar aged.
Hmm.
So I don't think it's like that simple. That's that's simple, plain or whatever.
Yes.
Just compared to this one, right?
Coming off of this one
Yeah.
now, I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah.
Like it is a very good whiskey
Hmm.
in its own right. And then this just amps it up with some extra something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it
This
is that
doesn't have
finish.
the spices that the other one has, for
Yeah,
sure.
but super clean sipper.
I really wonder if they finished it with something though.
I think we're gonna have to do some
Some
research.
research, yeah.
I thought these were not finished, but
Hmm.
because it probably would say on there, but don't know for sure.
Well,
But either way, I'd
whatever it is, it's very enjoyable.
yeah, I would drink either of these any day. And given we've just tried 5 Found Norths, like the stuff they're doing is great. And I was lucky enough to win the right to purchase a batch 3 of the originals, and so I'm looking forward to opening that one at
Very
some
nice.
point. Yeah.
Very nice. Cool. Well, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you. This actually a little bit reminds me of a Weller, but I said that last night, and then we tried the Weller, and it was nothing like it.
Foolproof.
Yeah, you want to try it a little bit?
Sure.
But it wasn't. Like, I mean, I know that I already know the answer is no, but but
So you want to compare the Weller to the 5?
yeah.
Interesting.
All right. Let's see if the Weller is
That's a K&L pick.
that is the KNL pick.
Oh, I haven't had that one.
Yeah.
Good.
Let's see. Cheers. No, very different on the nose for sure. It's a bit
Oh, I think this is better.
it's so different, but yeah, I definitely prefer this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although that's one of my favorite Wellers, so that's saying something.
Yeah. MSRP is very different though, right? I
Oh,
mean,
that's
yeah,
$60, right? Or
sure.
if you can get it.
But like, secondary is about the same.
The Weller is very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.